Hi, this is Kevin Woodbury for the Florida Camera Club Council, or F3C. We have a new requirement for the digital endprint competitions that anything submitted has to be no bigger than 1024 pixels on its longest side. So in this case, it's the width. So I'm going to show you how using Photoshop and the inherent tools available within Photoshop to make that change. There are plugins such as On1 that can do it as well. But I'm going to show you just the Photoshop method. So I'm going to go up into the menu system, go to Image and Image Size. Now notice that the width is 7919 and the height is the 4514. So I need to change the width. That's too large. Now you may come in here and it may say inches or percentage instead. So you have to click on this box and make sure that it says pixels. Once I've done that, I also need to check that these are connected, which means that if I make a change to the width, it's proportionally going to make a change to the height. And the way I know that is these lines that go through this chain link, if you will, tell me that they are linked. If I click on the link itself, those lines go away and I can make a change to one which will not affect the other, but we don't want that. So I'm going to click on the chain, make sure those lines appear. And I also then want to go into resample, resample. And I want to make sure that radio box is clicked. It may say something like this when you come into it, but for our purposes, just go to automatic and let Photoshop decide the best method of reducing this image. Once you've done that, you just have to go into width in this case and change it to 1024. You'll notice that the height has changed from the 4514 down to now 584 pixels. So it's proportionally the same image, it's just smaller. And I'm going to say OK. And notice it's quite a bit smaller, so I can use the Command plus or the Control plus on a PC just to make it larger within my screen. And basically at this point I'm done. I can save this image and then submit it. So I want to go into File. I'm going to save as. I'm going to save that on my computer. You may use the cloud. I don't. And I need to do a couple of things. I need to make sure that I'm sending it as a JPEG. So I'm going to change this was a TIFF. I'm going to change the format to JPEG. I want to change the location so I know where it's at, and I'm going to put it in pictures. Now if this were real, I'd change it and put it into a subfolder, but for today's purposes that's fine. And I could change the name if I wanted to. I'm not going to in this case. Now embed the color profile. You can keep that on. If this image is too large to format, you might want to deselect it. And in fact, I might as well do that in this case. And I'm going to say save. And I've already done this, so I'm going to replace it. And yes, I do want to replace, and then it brings up a dialog box where I can save the overall quality. If this image is still too large, you can reduce this down, say to, I would probably start at 10 and see if that is going to make the image small enough to submit. And you can keep bringing it down further if you needed to. In terms of this, I'm going to leave it as a default or progressive, and we can talk about that some other time. But I'm going to say OK. And now the image is ready for submission to F3C. And given that, I wish you all the best of luck in the contests, and hopefully this is informative. If you have any questions, you can contact me at support@f3c.com. And that being the case, good luck. Take care.